I think it's safe to say we've all been there as guys when we're dating someone or we've just met somebody or we're with somebody and we get the dreaded text or we get the dreaded we need to talk. We have it in like the back of our minds. We feel like, God, this has been coming for a while now, and your partner sits you down and says to you, I like you as a friend, I just don't see this going anywhere, I don't think we should be together anymore, I need some space, I think we should split it up, etc., etc. You have a big fight, whatever. Now, I know I've experienced this many times. I've experienced this in dating, I've experienced this in partners, and I've also done the same to women as well, because it's not worked out and there's not been any, future, or I can see any future with this particular person. So there is a way to get a girl back, and there is a way to not get a girl back. And this doesn't essentially apply to if you want to become a pickup artist or you want to manipulate somebody. You just need to understand essentially the basics of how attraction works. And there's an element of law of attraction to this as well. And this video actually could even be for girls as well, in the sense of they've got a guy and they were really invested in him and they were in love or they were dating and they saw it going somewhere, and then all of a sudden it's actually fizzled out and something's happened. Sometimes nothing's happened, and these relationships or these partnerships or these interactions just come to a halt. So it's not always for a specific reason, but this video does not apply to the following people. If you are someone who has cheated on their partner, then I'm not making this video for you. I'm a person of dignity and respect. I've never cheated on anyone that I've ever dated, and I don't ever plan to as well, because, well, it's just immoral. It's something that I don't find to be necessary, because if you love someone and you're invested in someone, why on earth would you be going behind their back and seeing somebody else? You're just a snake, you're just a liar, and you don't really deserve any advice other than self-reflection. So the people that have cheated and say, how do I get my girl back? This doesn't apply to you. You need to look at yourself and think to yourself, how could I have not controlled myself? How could I have not been honest? I need to stop being a liar, stop being a person who cannot commit to one person, who has these commitment issues. And I'll do a video about cheating maybe sometime in the future. This goes the same for abusive and violent people. So if you were abusive, aggressive and violent towards your partner consistently, and they took your stuff and they took your crap, and you were horrible to that person, you were narcissistic in any way. I mean, most narcissists maybe won't be watching this video, but if you are or do have narcissistic tendencies, once again, this video is not for you. I do not want you to get back with your ex that you abused and you were aggressive towards and you were possibly violent towards. You have issues. You need to go and see a professional about these issues. You need to reflect on the fact that actually, hang on a second, how could I have said such horrible things? How could I have laid a finger on this person? How could I have manipulated? Yeah, you've got issues, my friend, and you need to go check them out, and you need to get them checked out quickly, because no matter what, your partner will always leave you if you have those tendencies. If you are an addict, now I've had and suffered from addictions in my life as well. Granted, that is also a very difficult place, because if a partner has left you but they haven't said why, and you are addicted to drugs, cigarettes, drinking, gambling, then take that as a very, very big motivation for you to change your life. You should change your life anyway from addiction. And I know it's hard and I know it's difficult, but somebody who was addicted here who's talking to you, you can do it. And look, you might have just lost the love of your life, the best partner that you're ever probably going to get, because of your addiction. That's how destructive addiction is. Do the 12 steps. Read about your addiction. Speak to fellow addicts who have gone through exactly what you've gone through, and improve yourself, work hard, because not only are you potentially going to get your girl back if you give up your addiction, you're going to get your life back, my friend, okay? And the next sort of thing that this doesn't apply to is someone who's got literally no ambition, no job, lazy, has let themselves go, has no aspirations, is sort of stuck. Sometimes, have you ever heard of people using the phrase, "you're bringing me down"? Yeah, I've been there. I've been with a partner that was bringing me down all the time, to her level and to her standards, which was low. Just, oh, it's okay that you do X. You don't have to try this. You don't have to improve. Well, that's because they knew they were going to be left behind. And if you're the sort of person that is lazy, you're working a really crappy job, you've got no aspirations, no drive, no ambition, and your partner has left you, well, again, this video is not for you. You need to sort your life out. You need to study. You need to work. You need to get a career. You need to build a business. You need to get back into shape. You need to get your life together. Just because you've been having regular intercourse, or a woman you're attracted to has told you she loves you, doesn't mean that you just give up on everything else. A partner and a woman should be part of your life, not your life. It doesn't mean that you stop everything, you stop working. All I want to do is just be with my partner all day, every day. It's not how this works. So once again, this video does not apply to the following people, because they need to sort their lives out. First of all, people who have cheated, abusive people, narcissistic people, addicts, and people with no jobs and no ambition. Sorry, those, you've got bigger things to work out rather than get your girl back, and that's what you need to do first. For the rest of you, this is essentially how to get your girl back. Let's talk about attraction. Animals are attracted to each other. The female is attracted to the alpha male. The alpha male sleeps with the female, reproduces, moves on. Okay? Human attraction is kind of similar, but kind of different at the same time. It doesn't really matter how you've met. You could have met on a dating app. You could have met at a party. You could have met at work. It doesn't really matter. You've met. A man meets woman, woman meets man. Okay? Something happened between you. That's attraction. She sees something or hears something that she likes in you, and being a male, most likely you're attracted to her physically, and obviously she's got certain traits that you like. For example, she might like the same type of movies as you. She might like the same type of food. You might have shared interests, and she might be a really cool person. Okay? But whatever's happened is you've been attracted to each other, and you've started dating. It could be one date, it could be 100 dates, it could be decades, it doesn't matter. The attraction has gone to a level of meeting, which is a date, intercourse, marriage, relationships, doesn't matter. But somewhere along the line, attraction has been destroyed. Now, it's very, very easy for you to get hard on yourself and to say, what did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? How did I mess it up this time? Yeah, sure. Okay. You're going to get loads of people doing that. I used to have friends, and I'd speak to them, and I'd say to them, oh, it's over between me and this person. And I had one friend who was a very negative friend, and he'd always say to me, how did you mess it up? The truth was, I actually didn't mess it up. We just weren't meant to be. And the reason why I'm saying that is because she went abroad eventually. A month or two after we split, she went abroad. She hasn't been back. So she knew it was never going to happen. Logistically, she lived far away. I wasn't going to leave the country. She wasn't coming back. It happened suddenly because she received a job offer. That's how it goes. So life has a way of ending relationships, and that includes friendships as well, that are not right for us. So there's always going to be times where you're learning something new about yourself. And until you fix that, and until you understand where you're going wrong or what mistakes you're making in this department, because let's be honest, we're not very educated on attraction. We're not very educated on relationships. People are winging it, and they have been for the last 100 years. So it's not as if there's experts or there's ways to do it. There's not ways to do it. Yes, there's pickup artists. Yes, there's dating coaches and stuff. But essentially, most people are just winging it. Okay? So you've got to stop comparing yourself to other people and just look at yourself. If you took the time to sit down and look at your past relationships and see what happened and where it went wrong most of the time, you might start to notice a trend. For me, I noticed that most of my ex-partners were narcissistic. And that's because they were very superficial relationships, in the sense that it was purely based on looks. I just wanted to be with attractive women. I didn't really care if they were intelligent or if they were empathetic, whatever. They just needed to look good. Yeah, that doesn't last very long. Trust me. A woman can look absolutely stunning and beautiful with you, but she can be a pain in the backside because she's got no empathy. She's superficial. She's entitled. Same could be applied to a man. But the common trend for me was narcissistic partners. Okay, so what's my problem there? Well, insecurity. I feel I need to be with a partner or have a relationship with somebody who looks good. Well, okay, everybody wants a trophy wife, yeah. But if you've got a trophy wife that doesn't give you what you need emotionally, spiritually, brings you up, makes you happy, what the hell is the point in that relationship? I'll give you a clue. There is no point in that relationship at all. But where most men go wrong when they kill attraction is they focus on the relationship. And you know what? It's hard not to. If you meet a beautiful woman, amazing woman, and she's just stunning, she's a vision, like she takes your breath away. You look at her, you're lost for words, you're nervous around her. Okay? I don't care how confident you are, she just makes you nervous. Has anyone seen The Wolf of Wall Street? When Jordan Belfort sees that the blonde actress, the Australian woman who's stunning, and it takes his breath away. That's going to happen to you if it hasn't happened already, but it happened. And then on top of that, she likes the same things that you like, the same sports, the same movies. Maybe she's even a gamer. Maybe she likes the same food. Maybe she's the same religion. You're done, dude. You get all of those boxes ticked, and she comes from a nice family. Maybe she's rich as well. You're done. Because you think to yourself, this is the one for me. That's it. That's all I want. I want to be in a relationship with her. I want to get out of the game. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be on Tinder. I don't want to go to the bars. I don't want to chat up girls. I don't want to have one night stands. I don't want to keep getting rejected. This is what I want. This is my wife to be. This will be the mother of my kids. And what's happened? You're focused on the relationship. And that's sometimes a major killer to attraction. This girl, she's quality. She's attractive. She could have almost any guy she wants. But she's seen something in you she likes. Maybe she likes the fact that you like the same type of food. Maybe she likes the fact that you like the same type of films. Doesn't matter. She's into you. And then you go and kill it by being too keen on the relationship, too keen on the idea of living together. After 2 weeks, you tell her you love her straight away. She might like that at the beginning because she thinks, wow, that didn't take long. I just had to smile, bat my eyelids, tell him I liked Rick and Morty, and he's into me. Brilliant. Cool. Yeah, that wears off pretty quickly. Because she's going to know and feel, he just really wants to tie me down, but he's great and all, but that was a bit too easy. We've only been on 2 dates, 3 dates. We haven't even slept together. I don't know what he's like in the mornings. I don't know what he's like when he's upset. I don't know what he's like when he's angry. See, we fall in love in a minute as men. Women, oh, it takes longer. Trust me, it takes longer. They're slow burners. They feel. They want to see what you're like when they're on their periods. They want to see what you're like when they're upset. They want to see how strong you are. They want to see how vulnerable you are. See your emotions. They want to just see your full spectrum. They don't want to just see what you're like in a bar for 2 hours or in bed for however long you are. They want to experience everything about you. And you want to be in a committed, serious relationship after a short amount of time? I know what you're thinking. But I've got to lock this one down. If I let this one go, someone else will have her. Yeah, probably. Then she's not right for you. But if you're willing to be patient, which you're not, most men are not patient, take things slow. You know, she might look perfect on appearance and she might look perfect at first, but you get to know her and she starts showing signs of her being a bit entitled. She might like drugs. She might actually be lying to you and love bombing you, which is a narcissistic trait, to trap you, when really she's a complete mess. You don't know a person straight away. She might look good on paper. You might be ticking the boxes, yes, 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 yes. But time is a great revealer. Give it time. See what she's like. See how she's like in the morning. See how she's like in the evening. Same goes for you. You might be a perfect match now. You might be a terrible match in 6 months, 6 years. With kids. She might not want kids. You don't know that. Date. Don't focus on the relationship. Date. And when she asks, what are we? Are we together? Are we not together? That's when you say, okay, I think we've got to that stage, and then have a think about it. It's exactly what I've done. It always works. And another thing that kills attraction was 2 things. Being insecure and chasing. Insecurity and chasing too much, particularly at the beginning stage or at a stage in a marriage or relationship where a woman has pulled away, will kill attraction. There's no doubt about it. Have you ever tried to pick up a cat that didn't want to be picked up? Oh, I think you have. And those who haven't, trust me, you should see the claw marks of the people that have, and the scratch marks. Women can be like cats. They can just get moody for no reason. They can just be offish for no reason. One of the best lessons I ever learned in my life was being able to walk away and be by myself. I work for myself. I live for myself and by myself. I do everything by my own accord. Being able to do that with a woman, particularly an attractive woman, is very powerful and very attractive. If you pick up a vibe that a woman is offish with you, for whatever reason, it means that she needs space. We don't need to analyze why or what's the reason. She needs space. Now, chasing her and saying to her, but meet up with me tonight. Oh, I don't want to. But please meet up with me. Oh, I don't want to. Say, fine. Do your own thing. I'm going to do my thing. You don't even need to tell her what you're going to do. Or try and impress her. That's insecurity. You just say, okay, cool. You do your thing. I'm going to do my thing. And you could literally be sat in your boxer shorts, on your couch, watching Netflix all day. And you don't contact her. She has no idea where you are. I used to have a friend who hated clubbing, who hated going to bars, but used to date very attractive women. And that's what he used to do. He wouldn't contact them if they were offish. He'd stand off. He'd be like, okay. And he just used to stay at home, play his PlayStation, maybe read a book, and he was in bed by 9, 10 o'clock. But to the women he was dating, well, they had no idea what he was up to. And when that happens, it creates mystery. And when it creates mystery, it creates certain ideas in a woman's head. Ooh, what's he up to? What's he doing? Maybe he's with another woman. Maybe he's getting intimate with another woman. Maybe he's in a club. I was rude to him earlier. I should reach out to him and see how he's doing. I miss him. Or you can chase. Meet up with me tonight. No. Please meet up with me tonight. No. Come on, please. No. Okay, tomorrow? It's not going to happen, dude. You're insecure. Remember, this woman thinks that she's good enough for you. And you're giving off the vibe that you're afraid to lose her. Don't be afraid to lose her. At the end of the day, if you really want to get really, really stoic on this, okay, and it's not negative, she's going to leave you one day. God forbid she might die, she might divorce you, relationship might fall flat, she might cheat on you. It will eventually end. You might leave, you might do all of those things, you don't know. So you're only together for a finite amount of time. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. Even if it's just one date, one kiss, 1 hour, 1 minute. Enjoy it. That's exactly how I see it. Because we're not on this earth for long. So we might as well enjoy every single opportunity that we got. Every single one. Because being too insecure, chasing, being way too available. I'm available this day, I'm available that day. Take a day off. Take a week off from dating. Take 2 weeks off from dating. But only do that if you sense that she's being offish with you. Okay? Don't do it when things are going well, because then you're like playing games and there's no point in doing that. If you're genuinely busy, I cannot meet you this week, baby. I'm busy. I've got work. I've got football. I've got this. I've got that. Whatever. Or you could just be drained and tired. There's been weeks where I've just been exhausted and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do anything for the whole week. I'm just going to go to work, come home and just chill. I need to recharge. I need to do it. Maybe even book yourself a spa or a trip alone with a book, with some podcasts, some meditations. Switch off. Recharge. Come back better. Seriously. I know a guy that went to Tibet a week before his wedding to find himself. And they've been married for 30 years. It worked. She still married him. She loves him more than ever. So, but that's selfish. Yeah, maybe. But he needed to find himself. It'd be more selfish to not let him go. But we've spoken about what kills attraction and what maybe you might have done in order to lose a girl or a woman in your life. Let's talk about how opposites attract. Now, I'm not talking about she's a raver, he's a bookworm, or she's this colour, he's that colour, she's from this religion, that. Forget all of that. I'm talking about opposites attracts. Positives and negatives of a magnet, for example. Okay? If a man is focused on himself and he doesn't care if a woman leaves him, if a woman is interested, disinterested, and that woman likes that guy who's displaying this abundance mentality, that's how opposites attract. The same could be applied to a woman. If a woman is feeling she needs space, a bit suffocated, things are a bit on top of herself, she doesn't know, she's being very emotional, and the guy is being very needy and wants her, it has the opposite effect. Do you understand? So, if you're focused on yourself, you're planning your life as if she doesn't really matter. She's going to be, and she's into you, she's going to want you even more. Don't ask me how it works, why it works. That's just how it is. I've had women reject me. I say, have a nice life, take care, and they come back. Because I've been focused on me. I've been focused on my career. I've been focused on self-development. I've been focused on the bigger picture. I have never ever regretted a breakup, a split, or a rejection from any woman in my life. Because I see things, like I say, from the bigger picture. It was the end of a decade recently. I look back on that decade, no regrets. Nothing. Because over time, like I told you, time is a healer. A woman might be really attractive, really cool and everything at a certain period of time. But time catches up with them and they've not really amounted to much. And they're single or divorced and they haven't really changed or developed themselves. And you have, and you've surpassed them. Look at your schoolmates. If you've left school, look at the people that you used to work with. People plateau. As a guy, you shouldn't. You should always be improving. You should always be saying, what's the next level I can get to? What's the next thing I can do? And another reason I don't have the regrets in the last decade is because I kept writing new goals and trying new things. I mean, this decade, the same. I'm still trying new things, still improving. So, if your partner or woman has left you, or broken up with you, or gone on a break, whatever, the secret to getting her back is to write goals down that you want to achieve for yourself, not to impress her. Okay? Because if you're doing it to impress her, you will not win her back. So if she says, I wish you were a musician, and you go and learn to play guitar to impress her, it's not going to happen. And the reason why is because she thinks you're working hard to impress her. You should be working hard to impress yourself. You should be learning an instrument because you want to learn an instrument. Abundance mentality, my friend. There's plenty of other women who will like you and love you for the way you are or what you're gradually going to become. If you turn around to a woman and you casually say, well, I play the piano. Oh, that's cool. A new girl, she's going to be impressed. And you go, oh, well, actually, I am starting a new company. Oh, wow. And you look good, and you've looked after yourself, your grooming is good, you feel good, you're confident. Well, she's going to be attracted to you. And you might attract someone better because you've spent the time to improve yourself. The guy that keeps improving himself keeps getting better girlfriends and better dates. It's a guarantee. Experience is a big thing. You need to be knocked down. You need to be rejected. If this is the first time you've ever been rejected and she was the one, she was perfect, I've got news for you. She might not be the one for you. And another thing you need to take into account. Say you haven't been a cheater, abusive, you've been the perfect guy, you haven't been too focused on the relationship, you haven't been insecure, you haven't been too available, and she still left you, she's not right for you. And why would you want her back? Because the right person doesn't do that. The right person stays and sees your qualities, sees the future. She's bought into your image. Oh, right, I see where this guy's going. And even if he fails, and even if everything goes wrong, or even if everything he's promised doesn't transpire, I still love him because I just adore him. I'm attracted to him. He's just my man. He's my guy. And like I said, you've not done anything wrong that I've listed. And that's happened to you. It's not right for you. And just round the corner, trust me, be patient. Just round the corner, something better is coming along. Okay? But to sum it up, you want to get a girl back? Take control of your life. Heal. Focus on yourself. Read. Go to the gym more. Build that business. Don't do it for her. For the love of God, do not do it for her. Do it for yourself. Your life will change almost instantly. Because as guys, and women as well to a certain degree, but as guys definitely, when we achieve things, when we win, when we come back from defeat, we are unstoppable. Our blood is pumping. We're so motivated. We feel so good. Me doing this video now, I feel so good doing this video because I know this is what I want to do. I want to grow this channel. And it's not for girls, it's for me. It's not to get anyone back, it's for me. Okay? That's how you got to be, guys. Okay? Abundance mentality. Because if you do this, you don't go on your hands and knees, and you're begging them back, you're trying everything, you're sending them flowers, chocolates. Don't do that. Let her heal. Sometimes a woman needs to heal. Her head is full of so much rubbish and listening to so many different things and opinions and stuff that she's just become suffocated. She needs time to heal. She needs time to miss you. She needs to walk down the street and see something that reminds you of her. By the way, everything will remind her of you if you do not chase her. And she'll come back to you. And let's say she doesn't. Well done. You've saved yourself agony, pain of being with the wrong person who didn't really care about you. Time to find someone that does, man. Simple as that. And the most attractive thing about that is you'll have your pride and your dignity intact. You'll be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, well, I'm really proud of the way I handled that. That was really impressive. I didn't buckle under pressure. I didn't cry and beg. I was man enough to let her go. And if she comes back, she comes back. But I'm not going to be sitting around waiting for her to come back. I'm going to get on with my life because life is precious, my friend. It's precious. Seriously. And that, gents, is how to get a girl back.